Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Get Rich 101. I'm your host, Sekou Writes. Excuse me. I am a survivor. I am a survivor. So that means that I survived one of the universe's toughest challenges. I survived a stroke that only gave me a 17% chance of survival. A 17% chance of survival. So Ashe. I feel blessed. Thank you for New Thought Media Network for allowing me to grow. And I want to remind you that I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor, but I am advising you to take what I'm giving you and giving it to your local financial advisor. Because if you don't have one yet, get you one. Get you one. Get you one. All right. Find your financial advisor. Okay. Let me think. Is that everything? I think that's everything. I'm Sekou, the money wizard, and let's get into it. First of all, I've not been to the gym. Sorry. Let me correct that. I've not been to the park. I can see the park from right here. I'm looking at the park from right here. So it's that close. The park is right there. But I've not been today. I woke up strange hours and couldn't go back to sleep. And anyway, so I did not go to the gym, go to run today. I'm going to run soon. Soon, because let me see what the heat is. No, I'm not going to look. What I looked at it yesterday was 82 degrees when I came home. 82 degrees. And then it went up to 92. Right? So we're going to make it. We might have to jog slow. We're going to make it today. Okay. So let's talk about money. I just wanted to run something by you. I was so caught up yesterday in where's the link? Start sharing this tab, and here it is, and just add that. Add the stage. Oh, I got to get my background right. Here's my background. Okay, so here we go. I was so excited about little Sekou's first dollar and the fact that my mom bought it. My mom bought a copy of both books. She told me this brag casually. She said, "Yeah, I bought both the books." I was like, "What? Bought both the books?" So I am so excited. I was so excited that I forgot that I have to do something. Like, these books will be available August 2nd, right? August 2nd. But I got to get myself together to get the books done by August 2nd. So I got to get them done, right? And so I remember that. Last night. I was like, "Oh, I gotta do something." So I tried to do something, couldn't figure it out. So now I gotta focus. I've got to focus because Little Sekou's first dollar. I mean, I think it is a genius book. It is a genius book, and I've got to focus my mind and get everything together, because what that means is my aphasia kind of kicks in. I'm like, how do I do that? Because I started this book off well, but that was before. Oh no, sorry, that's the other book. That's the Get Rich 101 book. So anyway, let me just say that this book is good. It's great. It's just I have to get everything together. So I'm going to get it together. I'm going to start today. I'm going to be very focused. I'm going to get both of these books done well before it's time to turn them in for August 2nd. And so look at this though. I've buttoned myself up. You know what I mean? Like, I buttoned myself up. I put myself up against a deadline for a book that I haven't even finished. What? Yeah, I put myself up against a deadline I haven't finished for a book that's important to me. So I've got to finish what I'm doing. I got to finish what I'm doing, and yeah, I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. So for those of you that missed the memo, Little Sekou's first dollar is coming towards you. And where's the other one? Where's the other one? And this one. Share this. And also Get Rich 101. Get Rich 101. Well, I was just talking about Get Rich 101 a few minutes ago. So I started this book a long time ago. I started this book around the pandemic. Like, that's how long ago I started this book. And I've done it up until chapter 5, right? All complete, all ready. I was like, what? I found it. I was like, I found it. I already started a process of gathering the words. And so now I just got to get the things done for the rest of the chapters. So I remember I remember that I did them before, but I don't know how I did them. You know what I'm saying? So I've got to find a new way to get it going. So last night I was trying this. Finally I went to sleep. I was like, oh, I can't. So anyway, I'm at it again today. And we are doing. I got an error message. But we're just gonna keep on moving. Hopefully you can see me. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you're there. All right, so that's my thing. My thing is Get Rich 101 and Little Sekou's first dollar. Actually, I should say this. This is Get Rich 101 by Sekou Writes. Get Rich 101 by Sekou Writes. I have to say the whole thing. Otherwise, you get lots of other things, because there are lots of people that want to do Get Rich 101. There's, thousands of people. So, Get Rich 101 by Sekou Writes. Get Rich 101 by Sekou Writes. All together. And that's it. So that's cool. And let me get to here. I've been doing. This is not a good example. QLGN. Yeah, I was trading this one earlier this week, not recently though. But I want to show you something. So what I did was, I chose a stock that was greater in what it's. Let me see, what is it? So it's $3, $3.10, $3.11 right now, right? Okay, so that's more than the stocks that I've been doing recently. Stocks I've been doing recently have been less than $1. They've been 40 cents, 50 cents, 20 cents. They've been that range. All right. So then I did it for 310, and I bet the same amount, same SKU, same everything, and I ended up with $15. $15. So $15 and $1, and then less than $1. So like $15.50 or something like that. And now we got one more in for today. It didn't get the right information hooked up here. So you're just gonna have to bear with me. But anyway, I wanted to. Well, you know what? Let me. No, I want to let it be a surprise. So what I did is at the beginning of the show, at the beginning of the market opening, so 9:30, I went in and I chose I chose a stock that they had given me, that Webull had given me. I went in, bought it for a little bit, just this much, just this much. And so now we're going to see how that turns out. We'll see how that turns out. Because I was a little bit late. I was still brushing my teeth when the market went on, and so I should have been calm, cool, collected. Right. This one was a little bit rushed, and so things like brushing your teeth can throw you off because you're not coming into it clean. You need to be clean. You need to be sitting still. Sitting still. You need to be sitting still. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So anyway, I wanted to do something more because I realized in working with this book, that this book, for those of you that don't understand what I mean when I say I've already started working on the book, so Get Rich 101 is the name of the podcast from the very beginning. Now, it's kind of odd, but Get Rich 101 was the name of my podcast, right? This is it. And then I wrote, and so it's out as a podcast. But then I wanted to convert it to a book. But I didn't finish that, right? And then separately, I was doing this show that was called something like Hero or something. But then ultimately, I ended up calling this blog Get Rich 101 too. So this is the same thing. The same thing, if you go back far enough, you get to where I really began. So this begins like I remember doing this during the pandemic when we were all under, we weren't supposed to go anywhere. I remember doing this. I'm having a vision of me being on the bed and doing this. I was kneeling on the floor with my hands on the bed, and I was talking to the tape recorder. And I was doing this thing then. I was doing this Get Rich 101 thing then. And the importance of the book, Science of Getting Rich, is so relevant. It's so relevant. The book was written in 1920. But the wisdom still hits. So you're gonna love the book. And I just gotta figure out how to transfer it. But anyway, what this made me think of is I got away from the beginning of this podcast. I got away from what it was supposed to be. What it was supposed to be was me reading books that were strong, that were powerful, that were available, that were books that could change your life, right? So I read one at the beginning, and then I read some here, but I didn't really get it to be exact. I get to be an exact a matching symbol of what it always is, right? So anyway, I'm going to read one of the books that I read, and yeah, let's get to it. Let's see if there's any quotes, any things. Yes, good morning, Chris Brooks. Thank you for checking in. Good morning, Get Rich 101 by Safety Rights. Hack Your Pain Now, Little Sekou's First Dollar, and Hack Your Pain Now. So I guess B King has put the links to all three books right here, right now. Yes. And let's see. She's putting in the descriptions now. Sekou's first book description, Little Sekou's First Dollar, Sekou gets his first off from Grandpa Cooper, but learns the value of investing from Grandma in his fun family building introduction to building wealth. So I gotta tell you, Grandpa Cooper is a real person. Grandpa Cooper is what was a real person, and so funny. Grandpa Cooper lived on the tri street. Like we lived on this street, he lived on this street, and my man would give me $1 every time I shook his hand. Every time I shook his hand, he'd give me $1. I was like, what? So it was so funny. I used to tell my friends were like, I shake his hand like 5 times a day. 1, 2, 3, 4, you know. And anyway, that was a great story. But anyway, I have to mention that Grandpa Cooper was a real person, and yeah, it was a really good time. I used to get lots of dollars from him, lots of dollars. Anyway. All right, so let me do this. I'm going to read from this book. Actually, let me make this bigger, make this smaller. Make this smaller. Let's see if I can do. Yeah, here we go. All right. So this is from Think Your Way to Wealth. Think Your Way to Wealth. And who's it by? By Napoleon Hill. By Napoleon Hill. If you don't know who Napoleon Hill is, you got to look him up. You got to look him up because he is the man who wrote Think and Grow Rich. And that's a very, very big book. So Think Your Way to Wealth by Napoleon Hill. So let me pull up one of the quotes. All right, so hold on a second, I had it. Shoot, I shifted it. So I shifted it. Well, anyways, let me read from you right here. Oh, wait a minute. I got it. Okay. I really want to read this piece, though. Hold on 1 second. Right. Well, I can't find it, but I'm going to read you this. Okay. The river is the brain of man, and the force flowing in the 2 opposite directions is in the power of thought. I don't want to read that. Hold on. Okay, here we go. You can move with definiteness of purpose and make your environment to order, or you can drift with circumstances and allow your environment to control you. See that? Like you can move with definiteness of purpose and make your environment to order, or you can drift along with circumstances and allow the environment to affect you, to control you. Right? But you can change it. You can change it. So if you have no goal, it forces you to drift with time and circumstances until you become the victim of every stray wind of chance that crosses your path. What? Let me read that again. If you have no goal, it forces you to drift with time and circumstances until you become the victim of every stray wind of chance that crosses your path. You gotta have a goal. If you don't have a goal, you gotta make a goal. If you have a goal, after that, make a goal. At any point of our lives, at every point of our lives, we should have a goal. We should have goals. Maybe small, maybe medium, maybe big, but have a goal. Have a goal. So that's important. Every desirable thing in life has a price that must be paid. Every desirable thing in life has a price that must be paid. So you got to develop your mind. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Like That isn't exactly what I want to say, but that's enough of what I want to say. So you got to imagine just being straight. Imagine yourself visually. Imagine you're walking along and the wind comes along and blows you this way and then blows you this way. And you're just like, oh, the wind is so windy and so windy. But then fighting that with, if you've got a choice, now you've got a goal. You've got a goal. It forces you. If you don't have a goal, you shift with everything. But when you have a goal, you have a solid goal. So things push you, and you're keeping your eyes on your goal. Otherwise, you're blowing like this. But focus, you're blowing like this. So you have to have a goal. You have to have a goal, and that means a lot to me. You gotta have a goal. Okay. All right. So I couldn't find the. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, here we go. Men are only the temporary custodians of material riches. That riches are a blessing when they are so regarded and so used that they provide opportunities for all men to participate in their use. It is in this spirit that Henry Ford now, related himself to our system of free enterprise. And while he began without money, with very little schooling, and chose a field of endeavor in which he had to become a pioneer, with the trial and error method is his only guide, he attained results which astounded the entire industrial world. Ashe. He had a goal. He had a focused goal. He stayed true to his goal. And despite all the things that were signed up against him, he got past them all. Ashe. Okay, folks. I think that's it for today. I just wanted to get you in with a little bit of reading and a little bit of shock therapy for me, for Get Rich 101, and for Bill Sekou's First Dollar. I'm going to get these books done. I'm going to get these books done so they'll be ready for you August 2nd. And thanks to you for already buying the books. Because Corey wrote the books. People are buying the books, y'all. People are buying the books. So it's making me feel that much more energized to finish the books. All right. Okay, folks, I'm going to leave it there. But remind you that now, hold on. Now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. Ashe, and Ashe. I'll see you later.